Going to do another video today. This time we're going to use the Ooni Pro again. I don't know if you can see it there in the background. So this time we're going to roast some capsicum. So this is what we're going to use today. I've got my Onni Pro stainless steel wood-fired oven going. I've owned this now for about 6 weeks, and I've cooked, goodness knows how many, I've got no idea, I lost count how many pizzas I've cooked in it. Here it is, here's the wood-fired oven. Those who haven't seen it yet. Currently the temperature is on 350 degrees Celsius. So I'm using some Gidgee charcoal today, but this actual charcoal, let me move around this side. This charcoal run out of the Pitt Brothers charcoal, so I've had to purchase some locally. And I bought this at the local barbecues galore. These are good sized timber I found. That's all you need to do, is just set it on top there. So I'm going to use these cast iron sizzle pans that I've got here. This one on the left is a proper Uni cast iron sizzling pan. This one on the right is one that was recommended to me at the place I purchased where I got my Onni Pro from. They told me that this is a lot better. So I took their advice and purchased that one, but I'm not happy with it at all. It's nowhere near as good as the Uni one, and the reason why I don't like this one is the way the handle is. And I did query him about it at the time when I purchased it, that how do you get this in and out? The reason I'll show you. Okay, you look at this handle, the way it catches on here, it's not even easy to do. It's so difficult, and I don't like it. I don't think it's very stable. So apparently you put that in there like so, and then lift that up. Okay, so the handle's sticking up like this. If you go like this, it's even up more of an angle. So you can't really get your hand in the oven itself. Whereas this one here, look at this. Brilliant. So you can easily put that in, drop it down, bang, like that. This one here, you practically get your hands inside the oven, and when you've got an oven that's 400 degrees Celsius, not a good idea. Okay. Now I've only just add that timber in, and it's already caught alight. Let's see if we can see it. You can see there's a nice flame now. So that's a good flame for actually cooking pizzas. There we go. That temperature will come up very rapidly. So here's the capsicum. Very fresh capsicum, very good size. I mean, look at the size of that. These are top quality capsicum given to us by some friends of ours that grow capsicum. One of the best capsicum growers in Australia. And so they were just delivered ourselves, picked fresh yesterday afternoon, and delivered this morning, early this morning. Now what we need to do first is we need to preheat these cast iron pans. Now that's temperature's really getting up. You can see that's already 450 there. Just put this down here. Hopefully the dog won't touch that. It's so hot. Oi! Got to watch the dog there. So I'm using my iPhone today. What I've been been using to film the last 2 years of basically, year and a half, we've basically just been using the iPhone. And you can see how awkward that is. That probably didn't look too bad there, but you go to try to take it out and you'll see what I mean. So I'll put the cover back on now and let that heat up. So I'm using a new gimbal adapter from DJI on the iPhone 8 Plus. It's actually called a DJI Osmo Mobile 2. So it's purchased it about 6 weeks ago, and that's it's only the second time I've used it. I've only tried it for about 5 minutes, so I thought I'd give it a go today. It's great for me because it's got auto tracking. Although I'll see if I can just get the camera. I'm just using the zoom feature. Okay, that's a bit better. So now there's no one over there. So if I move over here, yeah, brilliant. And there's the, yeah, so that's good. Oh, that works really good. And back over here. Excellent. So this will work out really great when I'm out solo camping, traveling around. Just put on a tripod. Just got it sitting on the tripod. The beauty with these DJI Osmo Pockets is they also got a tripod mount on the bottom of it. Standard tripod mount. With those, anyone who owns anything to do with DJI, they'll understand that's a rarity. They like to use their own adapters, similar to on my little camera that I used when I cooked that porterhouse beef steak last week and uploaded. Now that should be hot enough. So those pans, because that temperature is up towards 450 degrees Celsius, so I might yep, she's smoking. Now you saw how easy that is. And now when it comes to this one, I just don't like it. I'm going to replace this for one of those other uni ones one day. Alright, so those pans have been taken out. So what we do next, you can see how hot that is. Now place these back inside the wood-fired oven. Grab the other awkward one. Okay, so what we might do is quickly check that and turn them around. Hopefully that's still keeping track of me. Yeah, good. Excellent. I don't know if you can see that, but they're looking pretty good. Now you can see how quick and easy that was. Go back to these ones. Awkward one. Be so careful because it's so hot in there. You might have heard me before mentioning something about the charcoal I was using in this here. I don't know if you can see. Now I've run out of the Pitt Brothers Gidgee charcoal, and unfortunately it's not readily available here, and the freight costs just makes it a little bit too high for me. So what I do is I normally wait till I'm down at passing through Brisbane. I'll stop by at the Drifter Brendale where Rob is. Hello Rob, how are you? Long time no see. We'll have to catch up and go on another camp one day soon. I used to drop by there and pick up 2 or 3 bags. Sometimes I've picked up a couple of bags for $50 freight free from Pitt Brothers themselves, but they don't seem to have that sale anymore. The last time I got 2 bags mailed to me, I never checked the cost of the freight, and there was actually, I think 2 bags actually cost, I think it was about $70, and that was only from Brisbane, so it just doesn't make sense. So that won't happen again. So I actually did go into the local Barbecues Galore a few weeks ago and told them if they could look at please getting into the Pitt Brothers Gidgee charcoal, and I told him how great it was, and he seemed very keen and very excited. So he said I'll look into it, and I said cool, I'll come back in a couple of weeks when I run out and grab some. So I ran out a few days ago, and I went in yesterday to the local, and no, he said he didn't seem very keen. He said he did speak to them, but I don't know, for some reason or another, he said cost of freight, again another issue or whatever, and he says I already sell some here which is the same stuff. So, and he says it all comes from the same place. So they were selling bags there that were I think the Pitt Brothers Gidgee charcoal is $29 for an 8 kilo bag. This one, what they sell there, they got a 10 kilo bag and I think it was about 19 kilo bag. I think the 19 kilo bag was something like $64, $65. The 10 kilo was $34.95. So I've tried that, and it's very big. The pieces are real big. If anything, they're much too big. So far I've only tried it a couple of times. I baked some pizzas last night, and tonight and today I'm just doing some roast. So I don't know, I can't say it is exactly the same yet, but from what I could see looking at that, big pieces I put in there, and that hasn't been going for long, and there's not much left. So I know that the Gidgee charcoal you get from Pitt Brothers, it lasts for ages. Even on the beach with a blazing wind blowing it, I can cook a roast no problems. It lasts for just hours, it lasts. So. And it doesn't seem to get as hot, so I don't know, all Gidgees just don't seem to be the same. I don't know where Pitt Brothers get theirs from, but it's the top. So if you ever get a chance to try out the Pitt Brothers Gidgee charcoal, it's the one to go for. But be careful, because it is very hot, believe me, it's real hot. So I might check these now. I think these are due. I've been rumbling away too much like Buck does. So I might check these now, they'll be due to be turned around. even this handle. I just don't like the way these hook onto it. They just don't seem to be as secure. I just don't like it. Is that cooked enough, Mum, or does it need to go? Does it need to go a little bit more?
No.
What about that end?
All right.
I wish there was smell-o-vision here. And that's our roasted capsicum. So what we do now is we wait till they cool down. Once they've cooled down a bit, there's that black you see on the outside. Don't worry, that's not burnt or anything. That's how you want it actually to look. That's just the skin. So that skin will just peel straight off, and what you're left with below is really nice roasted capsicum. Alright, let's have a look and see how this charcoal is going. It's purchased from, put that lid down. Alright, move this camera out the way. See a bit of heat there. So they're the charcoal pieces. There's that big piece. So it's a nice sized piece. I must admit they are a nice sized piece. That one's lasting quite well. Let's just broke apart. Doesn't have that white glow like you see with the Gidgee charcoal.
Get it.
Oh, that's hot.
That's exactly like it is.
Oh, the dog was just touching this. No wonder he didn't burn his nose. So I want to show you what temperature this thing is still maintaining. We're looking at about 280 degrees Celsius in there now. Now if I put another piece of timber in there, that temperature will work straight up over in excess of 500 degrees. But for this little bit of roasting that I'm doing here, the capsicum, this is perfect. Now my Ooni Pro Oven, it's designed for charcoal and timber, but you can purchase a gas adapter to go with these that are available here in Australia. They basically, you remove this, so that's removable. It's like a tray where you put your timber on, and then you get the gas adapter and they hook up on these two little hexagonal nut bolts you see here and tighten down onto that. And apparently it's very similar to the to the timber. You can have this up to temperature within about 10-15 minutes, and the same with the gas. I don't know whether I'll get that gas adapter one day. I might, maybe one day, who knows, we'll see. But for now I'm very happy it's just using the timber. Now you might see there's a little bit of separation there. When I purchased this one, it had a bit of a fault on the lid. So I contacted the company, and within 2 days they sent me a new lid out. So I do have the new lid sitting right here. Okay, you can see there. But I figure it still works fine. I'll just continue using that one. So there it is there. So there's got no separation whatsoever. That one's fine there. So I might check those capsicum now so they'll be ready to turn. Okay, so that's at 300 degrees Celsius there now. I wish you could smell that. It smells so good. What do you think, Mum? Does it smell good? Try something different with this one. Turn it around in here. Then it's almost impossible to get that thing out. That's better. And put the cover back on. These Ooni Pro ovens also come with two doors. This one here is called a pizza door. So when you get it up to temperature, you can place this in there, and it's a big enough gap there to fit your pizzas in with the pill. You don't need to use it. Depends how hot you get that hot plate, the stone in there. I've cooked many pizzas by just removing this and immediately putting the pizza in there and cooking. So basically it takes about a minute and a half average to cook a pizza. So that temperature gauge is great for a guide, but particularly when I cook in pizzas, I go by the temperature of the stone. Now that stone's like an inch thick, so I find anything above 350 degrees Celsius in the middle of the stone is ideal. Well, it's not ideal, but ideal is around 400 degrees, and it just cooks it perfectly. But 350, no problems. I mean, you can even go less than that, it'll cook it, but then it's just going to be the same as a conventional oven. It's just not the same. So the oven is, I wasn't planning on doing a review on this. I was going to do a review on this on another occasion, but I thought while I'm using it, this would be like a bit of a mini review. The oven is actually insulated, so it stays fairly too cool to the touch on the outside. You can see on the bottom here, it's just a timber, and that's fine. Even says in the instructions, there's no issues with sitting this on top of the end. So I'm touching that now, that's cold to the touch. That's cold. That timber underneath is cold because it's very well insulated. It's got like a ceramic insulation, so it's 2 layers of stainless steel with a ceramic type insulation in the middle, including the front door as well. You can see how thick that is. So that's 2 layers. So you've got a chimney here. It's got adjustable. It's got this here, you can actually close the chimney. That will hold the heat in. So if I was going to do a roast now, I'll let that burn down a bit and then close that chimney, and that will hold that heat in for a while, which we might do now because it smothers the flame out too. It drops the flame down. There's also another adjustment in just up here. See if I can show you. Just zoom this up a bit. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. You can turn that, and it also adjusts the chimney as well. I've never tried adjusting that before. I think how it works, if you close that, leave this open, then there are little outlets on the side here, if you can see there, one on either side. That acts like a chimney, the heat goes through there, comes up and goes right through there. So it doesn't escape as quick. Whereas if you leave that open, then boom, it comes out three ways, through there, and up through here. If you close that, then it just blocks everything off, including these side ones as well. So again, ways just to help to adjust the temperature. So there's no problem using these for roasting. I haven't tried a roast on these as yet. Might just check these, see if they're ready. Yeah, I think that one's just about ready. They were pretty close to meat. Let's leave them a little bit longer. So here are the capsicum now. They've cooled down enough, so my mum has started to peel them. So you can see what they look like on the outside after they've been peeled. And now we just get a knife and cut them up into thin strips and place them in the container there. Now you can fill it, you can get good quality olive oil, place in that container and put the capsicum in that as well. I think that makes it last a bit longer. Okay, we're going to remove these now. I think they're cooked enough. Here's another two, Mum. So watch these two on this side here. They're hot. I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment here. I've just placed the door back on to the Onni Pro wood-fired pizza oven. I'm going to see how long this, and I've got the, if you have a look here, I've got the chimney closed. Excuse me. So that should hold the heat in a lot longer, and I'm going to see how long this, this charcoal here lasts. So basically, mostly it's a bit of charcoal left there and a bit of coals from the hardwood timber I put in. Ooh, that's warm. Alright, so that's probably will be ideal for roasting a roast. A roast would be perfect to go in there. So you can see that temperature's really getting up. It's basically been 20 seconds since the last video. You probably wouldn't want it to go much more higher than that. So what I'd be doing now, if I was roasting there now, I would actually open the chimney door up a bit. The chimney flute here, let a bit of the heat escape out. Which we might do that now. See what difference that makes and how long, if that temperature holds that. Now you can adjust it too by how much you turn it. So let's maybe just go half closed and give that a go. And if it's too hot there, you can open the back door, open the front door to let a bit of heat out. I don't think it would be as easy as the Ospit rotisserie, how you pronounce that. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I don't think it'll be as easy to cook a roast as one of them, because the temperature can fluctuate. It'll be very easy to burn your roast in this, because the temperature could just change. In one minute you could be from basically 250 degrees up to 550 degrees if you're not careful. Which is ideal for pizzas, but for roasting, yeah, I don't know. It's not something I'm going to use to roast, particularly when I've got a spit. Next time uptown I'll grab a roast, and I want to try out this Kiji charcoal they've got at the local barbecues galore here. Then they seem to think it's exactly the same as what they sell. I don't know what brand it is. They just got it in standard bags, just like standard old fertilizer bags. There's no branding, nothing on it. Not like you get with the Pitt Brothers. So that's now sitting on 250, and it's been what, probably 20 seconds since I've last, so it's still too high, although it'll probably be okay. I'll just open that up all the way. I mean, I could muck around with the levers on there. Now these are portable. Okay, may not look it. They're not as big as what it actually looks. I mean, here's my hand here. And that both gives you a size idea. Now they do make a much smaller one of these. I haven't seen them, which would probably be more suitable to take with your camping. There's no problems taking this camping. The chimney does come off, so you can see there. You move that clip, and then it's hooked down to the front here, and that will come off to help save some room. And the legs, I don't know if I can see that, those legs actually do fold up. So they'll fold in. Weight wise, including the stone, I think you're looking at 20 kilos. Most of that weight's in the stone, as you can imagine. There are 4 stones in here, and they are approximately an inch thick, possibly even more than an inch. So they're about, I think the cooking space, the cooking area is 450 by 450 millimeters square. So each stone, what, 22 or whatever, 22.5 by 22.5. Now you can, to help carrying, portability, you can remove those stones, and they come in their own little box in the packaging, so you keep that and you place them in there, and then just put that in your car. And then this thing here almost weighs next to nothing. Easily you can pick up, because as I said, it's just made out of stainless steel. Okay, you can see what my mum's got here. Smells so good. Hey Mum.
Yeah.
Smells very good. And she's still got 3 left. And the one she's working on now. Here we are. Now it's been about 20 minutes later, and that is still maintaining around about the 275 degrees Celsius. And you can see the chimney's fully open. So that's pretty good. I think if I was cooking a roast, I'll probably have less coals in there.